Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where we're talking about my absolute favorite topic when it comes to makeup. It is mascara. Of course it is. You guys know how obsessed I am with mascara. I love trying new mascaras. I just love mascara in general. It's my desert island item. I'm obsessed with big fat gorgeous, glorious lashes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. More is more is more for me when it comes to lashes, when it comes to mascara. I never wear fake lashes. I always just rock mascara, and I've always loved it from a little tot. From the first days of ever doing my makeup, mascara was like the item that I just felt like makes such a difference. I just think it's magical and I'm obsessed with it. So I have tried many mascaras over the years. Prior even to having my channel, mascara was just like my favorite thing. But since having my channel, I've tried even more mascaras. Mascaras coming out of my ears, and I couldn't be happier about it. So today what I thought I would do is take you through my top 5 mascaras in the year of 2022. There have been some changes, there's been some movement, there's been some swapping in and out. Do I have a new favourite mascara? Have any slipped out of the top 5? Are there any newcomers? Let's find out, shall we? So I am going to kind of rank these in some kind of order, but there are some caveats. As always, there's some little There are some pros and cons between all of these mascaras, other than one, which is perfect. Wait till the end, no spoilers. But there is a definite 5th place, and in 5th place it is the Pat McGrath Fetish Mascara. It's the only one I don't have physically on me today to hold up and show you and waggle about, because it is my least favourite of the 5. To make this video, I purchased brand new mascaras of the top 4 so that I could show you them side by side, so that I could do some comparisons so you could see them all on my lashes, and I wanted them all to be fresh and new, so it was like a fair test, a fair comparison. But I didn't order the Pat McGrath Fetish just because I was like, I know how I feel about it. I know it doesn't beat these 5, but it is my 5th favourite. It is a very beautiful mascara. If you want to see the application process of this 1, 2, 3 coats and all of that, then I did already review this mascara, so I will link that down below if you want to see it. But it's a lovely volumizing mascara. It was my favourite mascara for like a hot second, not even a hot minute, a hot second. It bumped my Monsieur Big off of the top spot when it first came out, but then it was quickly followed by a couple of others that then quite quickly battered it back down the rankings. But it's a wonderful mascara. It's very lifting, very volumizing, but it keeps some separation. It's not quite as fat and like the clumpy effect as something like the Monsieur Big. And it has a lovely formula that isn't wet. So it's easier to apply. It's not so messy to apply. And it is one that I find out of these sort of other 4 that I'm going to talk about today, it is one of the easier ones to use on the lower lashes. 1, because it's not as wet of a formula as some of these, and 2, because the wand isn't quite as big and fat. So it is one of the easier ones to use on my lower lashes. A beautiful mascara, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake. None of these 5 smudge or flake throughout the day, or they wouldn't be in my top 5. None of them are waterproof either, because I hate waterproof mascara. It's just not for me. I think, you know, some people love waterproof mascara, need a waterproof mascara. I'm not one of those people, and therefore I don't like it, just because they never seem to perform as well on me. They don't look as nice. I don't like how they look as much, and I definitely don't appreciate how hard they are to get off. So none of these are waterproof, but none of them smudge, budge, smear, or flake off throughout the day. It is a really nice lasting mascara. It stays good and fresh for a good couple of months, and it was an absolute winner at the time, but the times have moved on and we've got 4 that I like more than this one now. So in 4th place we have the Bite Beauty mascara. This was one that was never available here. Couldn't get Bite Beauty in the UK, so it was a long time until I tried this, but this was very popular in the US when it first launched. launched, and so I was very excited to finally get to try it when it arrived here in the UK, and the hype was real. It's such a gorgeous mascara. It gives you those huge, big, fat, dramatic volume mascara. This is definitely what I would describe as a volumizing mascara. That's kind of where the magic is in this mascara. That's what it does. It's a volumizing, big, fat lash mascara. It does have a slightly sort of spikier effect to the lashes, this one, as opposed to being like a fluffy mascara. This is like a spikier, more separated mascara. It does like cling more of your lashes together to achieve like that volume, but with that separation. So you don't end up with a big ton of lashes at the end, because it does group them together and give you that spikier, separated effect. This has a bit of a different wand. It has like an hourglass wand where the bristles are smaller in the center of the brush, and that really helps it like hug the lashes and get really close to your eyelid or to your waterline, which coats the lashes really well from root to tip. It's not messy, it's not a wet mascara. It is easier than some of these big fat bristly brushes can be to use on the lower lashes, because the bristles in the center are smaller, and the bristles typically across the whole brush are quite short in comparison to some of the others, and the wand itself is actually very short in comparison to these other mascaras, so it just feels a bit different in the hand, and you do end up getting much closer to the lashes. I do find that this one does not stay good and fresh and like performing at its ultimate best for anywhere near as long as these other mascaras, and that is my #1 issue and why it's in 4th place. Although I love how this looks when it's fresh and new out the box, after maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it starts to lose its real kapow, and the others that are above this don't do that. So that's why it's in 4th place. But as far as when I put it on and it's fresh out the box, I love it. It's gorgeous. Now in 3rd place, we have a new entry to the top 5, and it is the new MAC mascara, the MAC Stack Mascara. I absolutely love this mascara. It's just so good. I love the brush. The brush is right up my street because it is those spiky rubberized bristles, and it has that quite sort of tapered shape with the extra bristles, the extra spiky bristles right on the tip, and that really helps you get every last lash. From the inner corner to the outer corner, you're going to be able to easily get every single lash. That is also excellent for doing the lower lashes as well. Today I'm just talking about the mega brush, not the micro brush, because I don't really want to have 2 mascaras competing against one, so I am just talking about the mega brush when I'm speaking about the MAC Stack today. The micro brush is excellent for the lower lashes, of course, because it's much smaller, but then I don't like that one that much on the top lashes, which, let's be honest, is the most important. This is a very light component, which I like. It doesn't give me arm ache when I'm using it. It's very easy to get the top of your lashes down if you like to cover both sides of your lashes like I do. It's very easy to do that because it's quite a thin brush, and although it can give you the big fat lashes that I crave, it can also give you quite a separated look as well, and you keep a lot of your lashes because it has that rubberized bristles. It helps you comb through and comb through, which is why it's so good and stackable and good at building and building and building, because you're just always combing any clumps out as you go. I find this a really, really great mascara and I really enjoy it. And yeah, top 3 status, not to be sniffed at. Now in 2nd place, we have the Dark Star from Pat McGrath. This is my favorite big fat lash mascara. If I'm looking for mega thick fat lashes, this is my #1. It's just so good at getting that big fat volume in that I love. It has a huge brush, I will say that, a really big brush, so it is the trickiest of all of these in the top 5 to do your lower lashes. I can do it no problem, but it is trickier. I have to wipe all of the excess off of the brush and go very, very carefully because it does have a huge big wand, and it is slightly wetter of a formula than the others in this top 5. So it can be messier to apply, but for me, the effect is so worth it. This one starts off like on the first coat, very, very good. Like, you could easily do a one and done coat with this one. But as you build, that's where it really, like, the kapow happens. It builds and builds and builds, and they just get bigger and fatter, and lashes are just seen from outer space. It's a huge, big, fat, fake looking effect with a couple of coats. The wand does have a slight hourglass sort of shape to it, but it's not as extreme as the Bite Beauty. You don't notice it as much, but it still does get really nice and close to the lash line, and it is very, very black, which I appreciate. Now, the Bite and the Pat McGrath are very similar, as in they're both those big, fat, volumizing lash look. The MAC is quite different to the effect that these two will give you. I'll show you these two side by side, both with 3 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. And you can see they're both giving me huge, big, fat volume, but I think there is a noticeable difference in the number of lashes there. The Pat McGrath keeps a fluffier, more lash look, and the Bite Beauty clumps more lashes together and gives you that more separated look, but you kind of have less visible lashes. So it's like a spikier kind of volume, and then like a fluffier type of volume with the Pat McGrath. So that's why those two are kind of in the same category of that big, fat, volumized, fake looking lash. But that's why I kind of, this one edges it for me over the Bite Beauty for one reason. The other reason that this one just stays great for so much longer. Like, this one stays giving me everything I need it to give for months versus weeks of the Bite Beauty. So that's why this is my preference. I love how both of these look. They're slightly different. I love them both on the lashes, but just this one edges it for me. One, because of it stays great for so much longer. I can use it for so much longer without needing to repurchase it. And 2, I do like how it keeps more of a fluffy, more lash look. So in first place, unless you've been living under a rock, you already know what it is. Of course, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Push Up Lash Mascara. I love everything about this mascara. It is perfect. For me, my preference is what I like and what I look for in a mascara in my experience. This is absolute perfection. This is exactly how I want my lashes to look. This is the mascara I have on today. It's glorious. The packaging is like my favorite mascara packaging I've ever seen. The wand is very unique. It's a completely flat wand with no bristles on 2 sides, and then small rubberized bristles on both of the edges. It's just so unique, and therefore kind of the way that I use this and apply this mascara is a bit different. I use the flat, no bristles side to like push my lashes up and coat them with mascara, and then I use the bristles to comb it through. I can get every single last lash with this. The brush tapers to a bit of a smaller point, so you can get right into your inner corners and your outer corners of your lashes. It just gives such a different effect to any other mascara I've tried. It gives me separation, volume, lift, and just this amazing like fanned out effect that none of these other mascaras quite can compete with. It's also the only mascara in this top 5 in this lineup that is absolutely perfect on top and bottom lashes. It's very easy for bottom lashes. I don't even have to wipe the brush off. It's very easy to get not too much product there, not go over the top, not touch my skin, and just get the subtle coat that I like. It's blacker, much blacker than like the MAC mascara. I find this one much blacker, and that does make a big difference for me. These two, again, a bit like the Bite and the Pat McGrath mascara, these two give a sort of similar look to the lashes. So I will show you them side by side as well, so you can see 3 coats of each on the top and 1 on the bottom, and I think you can just see how much blacker the Charlotte Tilbury is. They both look gorgeous. They're both giving me that wide open, splayed out, fanned out lash lifted look with plenty of volume as well. But the Charlotte Tilbury just gives me that extra depth in the colour, and it also gives me more volume than the MAC. I will also say that this is like a perfect 1 coat mascara. I can get an amazing lash look with 1 coat of this that I'm happy with for like everyday run out of the door. But if I want more, it will give me as much as I could ever need. But it also always allows my like eyeshadow to show through. And that's the thing, when I'm using something like the Bite Beauty or the Pat McGrath, if I don't have like a very dramatic eyeshadow look going on, it almost drowns out the eyeshadow. You can barely see my eyeshadow through the huge big fat lashes, which, don't get me wrong, sometimes that's ideal. But for like every day and the majority of the time, I want to see my eyeshadow still. I still want to be able to see the eyeshadow I probably spent an hour doing. And the separation of the Pillow Talk mascara just still allows you to see more eyeshadow than a lot of these other mascaras, which is something that I've noticed. This stays good until it is all gone. Like, better than any of these other mascaras I've spoken about. This one literally stays perfect for months until I'm like wanting to buy a new one because there's basically none left. It never dries out, it never gets worse, it never loses its performance. It starts off banging out the box and it stays banging until it's literally used up. It is absolutely head and shoulders for me my absolute favourite mascara of all time, and I've repurchased it and repurchased it again, and I'll continue to do so unless, I mean, I don't even know how you could knock it off top spot. I don't know what could possibly be better than this, but I'm excited to find out. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 mascaras in 2022. They are all just joyful and glorious. And I just live to put my mascara on every day. It's my favourite thing to do. Please let me know your favourite mascara in the comment section down below. Maybe there's one I haven't tried yet that you absolutely love. Please let me know in the comment section down below what your favourite is. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.